Aquarius, the Sun in Libra trines Jupiter in your sign on Friday. Use this as the biggest, most obnoxious flag imaginable to remind you that we have officially now entered the bye weeks. The Falcons, Saints, Jets, and 49ers are all taking the week off. So please remember to take out Chimera and to take out Ridley. The planets have warned you. Aries, the stars have deemed that you will provide our primetime product placement. Both Venus and the Libra Sun have you wanting to feel more social. So come hang out with us, make some new friends at Front Yard Fantasy. We're here 9 times a week live, streaming great fantasy content, having a lot of fun, playing games, and recapping the week. You're going to get to hang out with us and the chat. They ask questions, talk shit, and generally prove that they're better than our games and we are. So make some friends and enjoy the football conversation. Cancer, you're a naturally caring person, so when your roster started to fill up with injured players, you thought you might be able to heal them on your own. Unfortunately, that's not how fantasy football works. So now it's time for you to take a shot on the waiver wire. And while you could and probably should take a shot on Kadarius Toney, I'd like to highlight an intriguing upside opportunity with Jerick No Knees McKinnon. The CEH injury lands McKinnon in a surprisingly interesting spot, on a Chiefs team that is realizing that it needs to score more points against other teams to win the game. Capricorn, the Sun in Libra is trining Jupiter in Aquarius on Friday, and that's going to prime a couple of players for return to greatness games. And while Stephon Diggs hasn't been awful, he certainly hasn't lived up to where we thought he would be this season. Well, Monday night, the Cosmos should absolutely correct his fantasy output against the Titans. Gemini, if you're anything like me, you've been devoting an unhealthy amount of time to finding a Halloween costume. And while I have mine locked down because I am burdened with glorious purpose, you need to make sure you realize that we're in the bye weeks now. Mercury in Libra trines Venus on Saturday, so in between your costume hunting, at least make sure all of your spots are filled out on your roster. Leo, the Sun squares Pluto in Capricorn, leaving your head a little fuzzy this week. Don't sleep on the fact that we are in the bye weeks now. I know you have about 18 leagues to tend to, so make sure you take the time to check on every single one. Injuries and buys are sure to leave you in a daze, so buckle down and update those starters. Libra, as your Sun trines Jupiter in Aquarius on Friday, you're going to get a creative boost of cosmic energy. You're going to need it to come up with a solid trade. And a perfect marriage comes to fruition on Saturday as Mercury in your sign sextiles Venus. You'll find a delighted trade partner who will be happy to make some roster updates, especially as we're entering the bye weeks. Pisces, the Sun squares Pluto in Capricorn on Sunday, causing a bit of anguish on your fantasy roster in week 6. The first bye week is unfortunately stealing away your surprising fantasy producer, Deebo Samuel. If you're like me, you'll have to lean on A.J. Brown, who unfortunately draws a tough matchup with the Bills on Monday night. Keep the faith, cross your fingers, and hope for a miracle. Here's to you, Sagittarius. Down by 40 going into Monday night, you were feeling about as good as crusty gum on the bottom of a public bench. But hark! On the horizon rode one lonely gunslinger. Lamar Jackson strutted into the night and stole away the win. As Venus in your sign sextiles Saturn in Aquarius on Wednesday, you're feeling truly fantastic. We all knew Jackson was going to have games like this on the way, but it was certainly great to see the stars finally align. Scorpio, this season it's not looking like I'll have many opportunities to push a Miami receiver as a legitimate fantasy option. So since you're feeling the homely effects of Sagittarius sextiling Saturn in Aquarius, while Mercury is still in retrograde and twisting things around, I want you to look as far away from home as possible, to London, to the game between the Jags and Miami. This is going to be Jalen Waddle's best shot to be a relevant receiver in the near future. The Jags give up a healthy amount through the air, and I'm sure Flores doesn't want to be the one coach to break the Jags' winless streak. Taurus, with the Sun in Libra trining Jupiter in Aquarius on Friday, you're already ecstatic over the Mark Andrews breakout on Monday night. Expect that chemistry to continue against the Chargers on Sunday. The Chargers have now played against Kelsey, Waller, Schultz, Thomas, and delightful standout Njoku. Add some fire to that fire with another tight end, Andrews. Virgo, After another wave of injuries, you're going to be feeling especially despondent on Wednesday as Venus in Sagittarius sextiles Saturn in Aquarius. Looking at your depleting running back core is not doing you any favors, but you can rest easy knowing that everybody's in the same boat and we're all equally screwed. So let's hope you have not even that much fab to pick up somebody who I personally like. Nobody else does, but Jarek McKinnon, a guy who is a whisper away from tearing another ACL, but he's on the Chiefs, so opportunity?